for tuning in. This is Optibotimus coming with another video review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the new Kids Logic Machinations 04 Optimus Prime from Transformers Age of Extinction. And as you can see, in keeping with their super deformed look, the way Optimus Prime looked in Age of Extinction is recreated in a really fun and cool way. For the packaging, you can see a very similar kind of look to the Generations line, with Transformers here along the side, and then you got kind of the blueprints here in the background. Obviously, you got the Age of Extinction logo down here. Around the side here, you got a kind of wraparound image that continues on from the front of the package. This side just has that red Autobot logo with that comet look. Here on the back, we actually see the figure, including a metal finish stand base, the 6 replaceable hands, the figure, as well as his shield and sword, and it mentions that he's got 25 articulated joints. Now, the package is a little magnetic kind of opening that you open like so. You got the figure within in a very nice clamshell, obviously to protect him and hold him in place. And then on the side here, the people responsible for making this figure. And I do want to send a very special thanks out to Kids Logic themselves for sending this figure out to me to review for you guys, because these really are adorable pieces and I love showing them off for you. But for the packaging, that's about it. So without further ado, let's get him open and see how cool he actually is. Alright guys, so here we have the Kids Logic Age of Extinction Optimus Prime opened up and out of his packaging. And if you are a fan of super deformed figures, this one is absolutely gonna impress you. This guy looks terrific and is incredibly well made. It's almost like with each new release that Kids Logic does, they find a way to impress me even more. Now, starting off with his accessories, obviously you can see his display stand. He comes with his sword. I don't remember if they actually named this in the movie, but it's like the Sword of Truth or Sword of Justice or something like that. That was on some of the Hasbro packaging, but you can see real nice paint detail on here. You got a very nice silver as well as a red kind of candy apple gloss paint right there on the handle. You got some blue bits down here, some nice black highlights kind of throughout there, and then the blade is this really nice goldish kind of yellow color, which looks really good and has a little bit of reflective kind of speckle kind of going on in there. It's really very well done and very nice. That's a little bit short. I probably would have liked it a little bit longer, but I think in keeping with the overall size of the figure, it works pretty well. So I'm happy with that. He also does come with, again, his shield of truth. This is like the Sword of Justice. This is the shield of truth. I don't know. But you can see on the back here, you got this very nice blue translucent bit right here that when you come around to the other side, it really nicely illuminates things kind of from the back. Almost like there's energy kind of coursing through it. And again, very nice paint details on here. Very nice silver. You got that candy apple red color here going through the center and everything. But I mean, overall, really great looking piece on there. I dig it. I really, really do. Like I said, that blue bit on the back just really helps to kind of pull this out and just look very mechanical and organic at the same time. I think it's great. Now, he does come with several different pairs of hands. As you can see, on his left hand, I just have a closed fist. He also does come with a right fist. You can see that it just attaches by a ball joint. He does have a right hand that is designed to hold his sword, and pretty much that's it. He also does come with a little bit more of a relaxed hand that you can put the sword in as well, kind of giving him more of an angle kind of look with it, whereas the hand that I have on him right now, just you slide it in and it's kind of a straight up and down kind of look, whereas this one gives it a more angled down kind of look. And then you also do get both a right and left hand that's just kind of open and, you know, waving or, you know, maybe kind of pointing at something or something along those lines. So you do have those, and again, really nice detail on here. Now, he does come with basically a new type of display stand. You can see it just plugs into his little butt down there. But the base here is pretty much the same, but absolutely gorgeous looking. You get a reflection. Hey, hi everybody. You got a nice reflection. You got the Autobot logo there, Transformers. You got this little section right here that actually pegs in, like I said. Unlike the other ones that actually had like a little clasp, this actually works a lot better. And the other thing that's really nicely done is that you can see it just pegs right in there, but all of these joints, the 3 of them that make up the actual stand, are very well done in the fact that they lock into place. So what you do is you push this little button here on the side, you just push that in right there, and then you can move it and it locks it right there. So you can get some really great poses and it's gonna hold perfectly. You got that here as well, so it locks that in. You have to push it to be able to move it, but once you let go of it, it's locked, and that's great. And you can do this, and it really nicely supports his weight. Now, the one thing that does kind of stink is I don't think it rotates. It kind of looks like it might, but I haven't quite figured out where it actually rotates. It looks like it could, but unfortunately, I can't find any buttons or anything, and the instructions don't really highlight that. They just kind of highlight the locking mechanism here on the regular joint. So you can do that, put that in there, and let me angle this up some, put that there, and then you just peg this into his butt, and now you can see it holds them very nicely, and you can see it supports the weight very well, and it's on an angle, so you can get some really cool dynamic poses with it, just having them kind of in the air, and that's great. I really love that. That's a huge bonus and huge improvement over the previous stand, which was just on a bit of a swivel joint that, unless those joints were really very tight, it couldn't support the weight all the time. So I think that this is a huge improvement over the previous stands, and I absolutely love having that. So setting that off to the side, bringing in Optimus, this is absolutely terrific. Really, again, like I said, every new release that Kids Logic comes out with seems to impress me even more. The amount of detail, the wonderful paint job on here, all just come together and give a really cool, unique look for Optimus Prime that obviously he had in the Age of Extinction movie. Now, he does have some die cast. This piece right back here, his exhaust pipes, I guess, this is all metal. So this section here, this, obviously the little connector bits right in here, these are all metal pieces. So I'm really happy to see that included. It just kind of elevates this and makes it a lot more of a collectible kind of piece. And as the packaging said, it is loaded with articulation. Now, the head, you can see, looks left. I turned the eyes on, so turn that off. That spoils. You can get that nice rotation right there. You got the little squeak right there, but it's nice and tight. Looks up and down fairly well. And as you can hear, they are all on these ratchet joints, which again helps to hold things in place. Come down to the arms, you can see the shoulders move in and out slightly. This little piece right here is on a ball joint, so you can rotate this around, kind of get it out of the way, and that really helps to extend the arms up and down here at the shoulder as well. They also rotate forward and back. They rotate here at the upper part of the bicep, bends here at the elbow. The wrists rotate. They're on little ball joints, and that's how you replace the extra hands and things of that nature. So you do have that. Get this kind of out of the way. Lift it up. You can rotate them here at the waist. This one isn't really on much of a ball joint, but it is very solid and stiff. You can also take this, extend this up a little, and you get a little bit of forward and back here at the waist itself, and then you collapse it back down and it kind of locks it back into place. So real nice articulation there. You can move these little pieces out just a little, allowing the legs to move in and out. They move forward and back. Again, very heavy ratchet joints. They rotate at the upper part of the thigh as well. Bend here at the knee. Then you come down here. This little flap right here moves forward. You can move the foot forward and back. You can see it pivots side to side. And then the foot has a little bit of pivot that flexes forward, so you can get a little bit of a walking pose if you really wanted to. And again, straightening that back out, bring that all the way down, fold that back down. You just create his very simple, iconic look just by him standing there. I mean, it is incredibly well articulated and very nicely put together. Everything on this just really does impress me. You can see some great paint detail on here. You got this very nice metallic blue paint, the silver that comes through nicely. You got the red flames. He does have his little skirts on here, and like you could see, these ones here on the side move. The one here in the front doesn't, but it really doesn't need to. I mean, all of it just really comes together and looks terrific. I did kind of spoil a little bit by pushing this little crest in, and it turns this light on. Very bright light. I mean, you can see just how bright that is. I mean, that is almost blinding. But one thing that it's not really coming across, maybe if I zoom in here and blind you guys and turn it off, you can see, I don't know how well that's going to come across. I mean, you can really see it when the lights come on. Oh, no, you can actually see it right there, that there's a lot of blue translucent bits also there in the eye area. But obviously, when you get that big blinding light in the front, you kind of lose that. But he does have some nice blue eyes in there as well. I mean, everything on here in terms of detail has been wonderfully recreated. It just absolutely impresses me. Now, setting the hand, or the sword in there. On the side here, you can see this little peg right here that sticks out of his arm. This is where you're going to put a shield. So you want to kind of angle this around, get his sword like that. And then this bit right here just pegs in just like so. And now you have his shield. And I mean, again, everything about this really is quite impressive looking and really does capture that unique look that Optimus had in the movie. It's different than what we got in the previous films, but I think it works really nicely. If you're a fan of the super deformed look, this is one that I absolutely think that as a Transformer fan, you may also love. Now, because Kids Logic really does reach all over the place in this world, if you're looking for a retailer in your specific area, go ahead and check out Kids Logic's Facebook page. I'll put the link down in the video description. You can go there and find a retailer in your area so that you can pick this guy up and add it to your collection today. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. So once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. Don't forget that you can keep in touch with me by liking my Facebook page at facebook.com/TeamBotimus and by following me over on Twitter at twitter.com/Optibotimus. Also, I'd encourage you to check out my new website at optibotimusreviews.com, where you can see all my videos from the previous week, see what I have coming up for future release, and also get your very own Optibotimus t-shirt. And finally, I'd also really appreciate it, guys, that if you like this review, don't forget to please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.